Good evening everyone, here we are with another live stream, back to back, yesterday and today. It's almost like we're on a roll. Today is going to be slightly different because I don't have headphones in. My headphones got stolen by my wife. So there's some chance that not everything is going to be working the exact same way as it usually does. If you notice something weird and you need to let me know that I need to look somewhere or something, just post a message in the chat. There's a decent enough chance that I'm eventually gonna notice it. Hello, hey random dude. He's always the fastest. Who is? Oh, the following. Yeah, he's pretty fast. That's true. Howdy. Back for more torture from that stupid wheel. Yeah, well, yesterday we found out it is totally not rigged. Okay, it is totally not rigged. So I'm not even sure what you're complaining about. Hello, Ahmed. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. All right. So this is where we are. At the moment, we are looking at yet another adventure where we got a decent score. Got like perfect scores in almost all of the levels. In all of the levels, with the exception of the legendary encounter. The funny thing is that the first 4 or 5 encounters I played, and I was like, I've played these before, just like shortly or recently. Why is this all being recycled? I don't get it. And then I realized I'm playing Monty's Adventure. It was in the middle of the night. Okay, it was like 2 AM. Because I didn't, I don't know, I didn't sleep that day, forever and ever. And then eventually I realized I should just download the new version of the app, which was also forced. Now this happened to a couple of people. So if you're wondering why wasn't the new version of the app forced right before the adventure started, I think the background was that they forced it right before Guild Raid started. So everybody's on the same page. Because in Guild Raid we have like some changes this season. The dragons have different classes. I mentioned this yesterday. This is not the right game mode. So if you go to any of the bosses, even before you go in, you can see here in the lower corner. Okay, I cannot click on this, but you can see it here. This little symbol. Okay, this dragon is a warrior. Always used to be a warrior, so no changes here. But many of the other dragons. Basically, like every dragon is a different type. So the next one might be a mage, the next one might be a rogue. So kind of interesting to see what this season is going to be like. All right. So now you know where we are. Now you know where we are in terms of the adventure breakdown. And as always, without further ado, let's break down all of the levels that led us to the legendary encounter. You look like you have spent too much time under the sun. No, I totally did not. I'm actually white as always, but I did. It might be my color correction, because I was on a bike for 50 minutes through Berlin in the middle of the night. There's a chance I can show you a photo. We all know that. That's what you're here for, right? Let me see. I think I got this. Nope, that's not it. Here you go. No, don't do this. Here. Yay. This is weird. Why is this not working, by the way? Oh, I would have to turn it sideways, which is not really working for this view, I guess. Okay, so this was me at Brandenburg Gate. I don't know, that was 1.5 hours ago. Almost the middle of the night. So I might be red in the face because I'm still recovering from that. My legs are dead, to be honest. Well, not completely dead, but pretty dead. Alright, anyway. I love the thumbnail. You're just saying that because I put effort into it. The desert theme looks cool, different from the usual dark stuff. It's true, but usually we're fighting the darkness guys. That's why the thumbnail is slightly different. Okay, if you just give me half a second, I'm gonna look into the camera settings. There's a chance that I need to change this. Just like, here we go. Now I'm blue. That didn't really work out. Okay. Okay. I think this is slightly better. Yes, no? Here. So I no longer look like I'm on the beach. Because I should be pale. I should be pale as F. Alright. Let's break it down. So again, I don't have headphones in. So if there's something weird in the sound, don't blame me. I cannot hear it today. You are the only guys that have sound in this live stream. Which is confusing. But that's the way it is. So, common encounter number 1. We are not allowed to play any mounted units, So that takes out any Archeo shenanigans on the one hand. We cannot refresh anybody with Yasmin, and also we cannot play Ziyad, one of the best units in this adventure in general, because he's a light unit and he's not ranged. So there's a couple of situations where you really want to have a strong Ziyad or a Ziyad. I mean, it doesn't need to be like super strong, to be honest. Let's be real. This might be a slight mistake. Oops. I flicked. Sorry. If you want to play this the absolutely ideal way, you probably put Ranaklu here first and then put Ziyad there. Because then you can connect with Ranaklu and you can still attack with Ziyad. I'm not sure if this is better. I don't think this makes much of a difference, to be honest. This level was relatively easy. The only thing that can happen here is that the guy's attacking the wrong person, or wrong summon in this case. Didn't really happen, so perfect score. I mean, yeah, I think I only had to try this once. Hey guys, hello, Mr. Borsalino. This is common encounter number 2, where we can play whoever we want. This resulted in me playing the Darkness team quite a few times in this adventure. There's several reasons for that. A, they are strong. Okay, nothing new here, I know. But B, Queen Akeshu's active is really good against light units, because she's doing double damage. So even the guys that are like, I don't know, in high grass or in a shrub or something like that, they often tend to get one shot by Queen Akeshu's active. And that cannot be underestimated. As always, the most annoying enemies are these guys. They are hard to hit. They jump back after they get hit, which then makes it harder for you to connect with them again. And obviously they shoot back after they got hit, so if you don't kill them immediately, your perfect score is like going down the drain. So these are the guys that are hard to kill in general, and then it's extra hard because half the time you cannot play ranged units, because Ziyad is not a ranged unit, and then some of the levels require you not to play ranged units. Alright, in common encounter number 3, I tried a couple of times to get this right. I'm still not 100% happy with this lineup. I did try some stuff with Grandma Bones. Generally speaking, she's really good in adventures, in all of the adventures, because you can just make sure that you have lots and lots of summons on the board. Here you can see that I'm placing her in the middle, so now we can get some summons, courtesy of Geeks. Then you can get another summon, courtesy of Queen Akeshu, and despite our guy ending up in a shrub, this is a rhyme, Eminem's got nothing on me, we're still losing the shade immediately, which just again goes to show how strong these desert guys are. But then it's time to fight back with a frog army, like an entire army of frogs, because 1 is not enough, 2 is not enough, like 4 can just like barely get the job done. Then Grandma Bones moving in, giving us yet another summon, as always, great job. And then we see the active of Queen Akeshu, as I said, very, very strong. And here it would probably make more sense to not go for the high ground spot like I did, and instead go for the shrub, so it's less likely that you get hit. So this might have been like a minor misplay, but at the end of the day, got us there. And that concludes all of the common encounters and takes us to the uncommon encounters, where we get one of the easiest conditions to meet in this game, and that is mages. It can turn into one of the hardest conditions you can meet in you can have in this game, which is if the mages get turned into light mages, because there's 3 playable light mages and you can see them all here in this one video. Yeah, that's what I give you guys. All right, it's Arius, it's the Pope, whatever his name is, and then Ziyad. So, and the Pope is really good because of his passive. His passive is also really good at lower levels, because you can take out guys that are like relatively far away. You could see that. That was really the clutch move in this encounter to get us there. His name is Doge Freneric. No. Lucente the Third. Okay, he's the Pope. Okay, let's just remember him as the Pope, because that's accurate and correct. Both. It's accurate and correct. It's not just correct, it's accurate and correct. Anyway, so here, in this encounter, we cannot play any mounted units, but it's not much of a problem, because we have Queen Akeshu. Just look at her go! Everybody turns to black. So, somewhere, some Rolling Stones are playing a song about this level and how we mastered it with the Darkness Squad, and that gives us another perfect victory. Love the thumbnail. Yeah, why didn't you use Adazi? I never use Adazi, because he's not a good unit. Adazi is like the weakest unit in all of my units, I think. There's a chance he's second to last after Sigrid, but I think he's last, and he should be. Alright, in this uncommon encounter number 3, I played Corrin because he can heal himself. And I like units that can heal themselves. Speaking of healing, here's Yasmin. The only healer in the entire game that is not also a ranged unit. So now we have some options. We have some summons on the board. We have some healing on the board with Corrin. And then on top of all of that, we got Yasmin. And also, Sir Matt can heal himself. Don't forget about that. We will see that in a sec. I think. Did I forget about that? Did I not do that for some reason? Oh, I'm moving Corrin first. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Does make a lot of sense. Yeah. So now we're just like trying to control everything a little bit. Oh, really? I'm going for a refresh. I'm not even sure if I agree with that move. But yeah, I think it was the only way to get into this lower right corner and giving the opponent a target that he can hit that would not be a problem. So now, after this turn, everything is fine and dandy, as you can see here. We only got one more opponent. We got like 5 more attacks. But Corrin is not at 100% health. So for that reason, we're not taking him down. We're not striking Adazi down. We're just like hiding behind our summons. And then Corrin heals. And that means that now we can get for the victory. We can go for the perfect victory. And also get like all the scores in the world. That concludes the uncommon encounters. Takes us to the rare encounters. This is an interesting one. We cannot play any night vision heroes. I think this condition could have been coming up a few more times. Because most of the levels, whenever I could, I would just play night vision. But we are flexible. We can also do other cheesy strategies. And it doesn't get much more cheesy than this strategy. I mean, I'm still not 100% sure if these enemies are officially standing next to water or not. The important thing is we now have a snake between us and the enemy. And then we weakened everybody. And if you just weaken them a tiny little bit, Tanamo can go to town. And it's not like when Santa is coming, she's handing out a different kind of present, and that is everybody going like to die and then beating their maker. And that's how we get a very easy lightning victory in this encounter. I think this was one of the more creative ways to solve this. Also kind of cheesy, again. Hey Soul, hey Tracer. That takes us to rare encounter number 2, where we cannot play any ranged units, so it's time to shine for Runner Clue once again. So this is the summon squad. This is the unranged summon squad. Yeah, don't confuse it with the deranged summon squad. That's a different squad in Feature Stalker. This was the unranged summon squad. So we have so many summons that even though everybody on the enemy team is attacking on the first turn and killing units left and right, it really doesn't matter. We just happen to get so many summons. I'm gonna say this word like 10 more times, just so you know. That we can still make sure that we're not gonna get hit. Then we, even for a second, considering hiding behind our summons, but we don't go for it in the end. And then we even have 2 more turns to take this whole thing home. And fortunately, a summon is first attacking the enemy, so even though he likes to strike back, he's striking back the summon, and then we can very safely attack into it and destroy it. This takes us to the next rare encounter where we have to play light units. So fortunately, it's only 3. So even most of you who are like me and don't have a whole lot of good light units can actually make this. Because 3 light units is not that much of a problem. So here I went with the very popular strategy of running away. It seemed like a fine strategy. As you can see here, these desert guys that with their bow and arrow and whatnot, they are not attacking because they cannot reach us. So I thought that this was a nice play here actually. And then on the next turn we can again put like a lot of summon on the board. This time Sir Matt wait another turn, and because you're waiting another turn, it's now a lot harder for the enemies to get rid of these summons. And you can see the enemies getting cornered. There's just summons in their face basically, and there's nothing we need to do here. We just need to get a little bit closer and try and refresh some effects. And that's it. We don't even have to do anything. We just watch the little horsies deal damage and take out the enemy. And that's it. So felt like I was just sitting in the back seat and they did all the work, which is fine by me. Finally, we're back at mages. So we can don't confuse it with the guild EN mages. This is easy stuff here. We can play like all of the best units in the game. I tried this a couple of times with Grandma Bones. Didn't really work out. There was always an enemy that would like just attack me and connect with the summons, and then I couldn't heal all of the units I had to heal. So eventually I decided that it makes a little bit more sense to go with a healer, so I can heal back after I got hit. It sounds logical. So that's why we're going with Nixie here. We're planting a tree. We're not even attacking. And as you can see, there's no harm done by not attacking, because we just immediately have an enemy attacking into the tree, which is always a pro move. Only the best players in the game know to do that play. And then it's one of those very nice exercises of moving units left and right, always stepping into the Nixie flowers, and just putting more summons on the board. As you can see here, it's very clearly what is happening here. We're just like trying to flood the board with summons, and yes, the enemies are very strong. They can very easily take out the summons, but we can just keep going. Now all of our units have been healed with the exception of Ziyad. So Nixie continues to like do her back and forth and whatnot, gives Ziyad full health again. Then we can go for the active of Queen Akeshu, just take out some enemies this way. And we don't want to attack with Ranaklu here, the enemy in the bottom left, because again, this guy would have struck back. So doing it this way is much better. We are not in a rush. We had another turn, or this was the last turn where we can get the lightning victory, and it all worked out like a charm. It takes us to the last rare encounter where we again have to play light units. It's like Kyle wants to feed us something. He wants to tell us that we should all like level our Monties, because Monty is suddenly really good. If the dragon happens to be mage, Monty's a rogue. Mages are doing more damage against a rogue. There's a dark dragon in this current lineup, but he's not a rogue, so it doesn't make that much sense. So after giving this a ton of thought, I'm going with this strategy, because now I have a playable healer that is also a light unit. Yeah, Hannah, I see you, or rather, I don't want to see you, because you're not a good light healer. You're just a healer. Then we're attacking with Tana, which looks like a bit of a bad play, to be honest. Didn't really do anything. Probably should have attacked first with the Pope, whatever his name is. I will never remember his name. He's not good enough, okay? I only know the names of good units. Then we're doing the absolute pro move of moving Doge Generic, aka Lucente the Third, in a way that he gets hit and then he's moving onto the healing pad. Can you believe it? Like, how much foresight do you have to have as a player to come up with this absolute pro move? I'm still proud of myself. Not that this was a complete accident. This was obviously planned by me from the very beginning. This level, you just have to like watch the time limit. So we have 3 more turns, so it's looking pretty good. But we also have 3 damaged units already. We have Lucente, we have Sir Matt, we have Tana. Oh, and now that I count, or start to count, we also have Ziyad. So you have to be kind of careful here. Now it's only 2 more turns. We did heal Tana, but we still have to heal Lucente. We still have to heal Sir Matt. And Yasmin's effect is still there, so we can heal 1 more guy. We can heal 1 guy with Yasmin's effect. We can heal 1 guy with Lucente. But also we are like slowly but steadily running out of time. It's only 2 more turns. This turn and the next one. So I don't want to attack with everybody because I just need extra time to heal. Also, I don't want to like put a million summons on the board because it's also not going to do the trick. Because if I put a million summons on the board, we're going to win the next turn before we can heal our units. So this was kind of tricky, not like 100% tricky, but somewhat tricky. Here I should really heal Lucente with his own effect, yeah, or with his own attack. And again, Ziyad is not attacking on purpose because we want to keep the summons on the board. And now everything is great, everybody's healed with the exception of Sir Matt, but Sir Matt can still move. So since we like to move it, we're getting closer to the Pope. I will never remember his name, I swear. And then finally we can get lightning victory. It didn't really feel like a lightning victory, to be honest. This felt like a, I don't know, like a snail victory, if there's such a thing. Alright, that takes us to the epic encounters. In an epic encounter number 1, we are allowed to play mages. So this sounds on the, like, if you're just looking at this, immediately you're like, okay, this is gonna be easy because we can play mages. But then you realize you can only play 3 mages. Now that already makes your life a little bit harder. Also, full disclosure, this is the worst strategy in this entire adventure. If this doesn't work for you in like 7 attempts, don't blame me, okay? I warned you. I'm aware this is not a good strategy. So anyway, I'm playing Nixie because healer. I have to play Ziyad, so it's not like I had much of a choice. And then we're also playing Queen Akeshu because A, mage, and B, incredible effect. So, knowing all of this, this is the reason why I played this team. we're now trying to make sure that our units are healing up again, which as always is kind of hard, but thanks to the Nixie Flowers it's not too much of a problem. Also, blocking the pathway on the left side is kinda a strong play, otherwise you're really in a bit of a problem. You're in a world of trouble actually. So, the Palace Guard wanted to throw Nixie around, but stepped on the Nixie Flower, and Nixie Flower showed that she also has a dark side, if you want to call it that, because you just get rid of him immediately. So here I'm making a crucial misplay. I'm moving to the right side. Correct play, move to the left side. You want to go through the strudel, as we call it in Germany and Austria and other places where we serve strudel as a delicious dish. So I'm making the misplay of going to the right side. Don't do that, go to the left side. Then I'm playing it like I'm going aggressively. This is not the best play. If you don't get the crit hit like I did, your guy is down, as you can just see. And then I could only connect with one more unit, but I'm getting lucky with another crit hit. Now, if I had moved Nixie to the other side, this would have been a lot easier. So, or in other words, this would not have been impossible. Like it looked like in the run that I was just doing, but I got lucky with the crit hits. So again, full disclosure, this might not work for you, but it did work for me because I'm better be lucky than good. Let's call him Lou. Yeah. Oh, you did my setup. Legit, same placement. Nice. Alright, so that takes us to Epic Encounter number 2, where we cannot play any hulking units, which, on the face of it, I have no idea why. Like, is Yasmin that good in this level? Is Bullmon that good in this level? I'm not sure, not convinced. I moved my Nixie under the tree though. Yeah, that would have been a better play. Yeah, so you're a better player than me, but I mean, what else is new? Alright, so here, we are again trying to get some summon action going. So this time I'm not making the misplay I made before. I'm first moving the units into the spots I want to have them, and then after that I'm using the effect of Runner Clue. Now I can still attack with Ziyad, just get another snake out of it. If you don't do it in this order, there's a chance that the shade spawns in this spot and then Ziyad cannot connect. So it's just like slightly better to do it this way. And then with the active of Queen Akeshu, we're turning these guys into shades, and suddenly there's only one enemy against like our entire army. We have 2 summons at the top, we have 2 summons at the bottom. And we have 3 more turns, which is, by the way, completely ridiculous. We get lucky with yet another crit. Queen Akeshu is like the MVP of this adventure. But even if we didn't get a crit, we still could have connected with Ziyad. So this was a pretty foregone conclusion that we would win this. Alright. Better be lucky than good is the motto of today's stream, because here we see Epic Encounter number 3. Now this encounter is a little bit hard because you cannot connect with Tana on the first turn, except when you're going for shenanigans like me and you play Naevis. I was trying stuff with Naevis, killed that guy, damaged Tana, she moved here, and then I could move in with Sir Matt 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, and then Sir Matt connected with Tana. Now this looked like I had the entire match in the back already. I managed to not win this, which was kind of remarkable, I have to say. I was very proud of myself for failing so hard. So after giving this a little bit more thought, I was like, wait a second, this is an adventure. Everybody knows that every second level you have to play Silverroot, because Kyle obviously loves Silverroot, and that's the way how you can get perfect scores in adventures. So then I tacked in Silverroot, and suddenly all of these things, all of the problems I had before, they just magically disappeared. Now, what's important in this encounter, apart from some other things, is the fact that there's a healing pad. You want to get the healing pad. I'm getting super lucky with Vakio. This crit hit, you cannot underestimate this crit. This is like the most important crit that I've ever seen, because that means that Tana is not going to do any damage and we don't have to heal as many units, or rather no units. I mean, yes, okay, actually I take that back. We have to heal Runner Clue, but not much of a problem. As you can see, we're just moving him onto the healing pad. Yeah, that works. That's how it works. Then we're moving with Sir Matt next to the summon, so he heals himself. It needs to be an Ethereal Knight, I think is their name. And then we just like bit by bit pick apart the enemies. Just try and create as many summons as possible. Do the safe attacks where we kill the enemies. And then we're even getting out of the way with Silverroot to make sure that he's not going to take any damage. And now we have 3 turns to go, which seems excessive again. And we still have Ziyad. Here I'm going for the active. I wasn't sure if this guy hits back, but if you don't attack him directly, he doesn't hit back. So if he's standing next to another unit, like a Palace Guard, and you do the active of Ziyad, you can actually damage this guy without him striking back. And again, 2 more turns. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Really good encounter. Also, I didn't want to finish last turn with Silverroot because my Runner Clue was still at 100% health. But now he was, and that means that we can finally pull the trigger on well, Akio in this case. He's like a Silver Rune in light. Just like slightly worse. Naturally, yes, naturally, absolutely. Hey Kyle. Alright, that's it. That's all of the encounters that we pre-played and now replayed. Yeah, that's where that word comes from. And now it's time to chase or tackle the legendary encounter, which I didn't even look at. I don't even know what we have to play, but I'm fairly confident it's winnable. I heard good things. I heard good things from my guild, because several people already have a perfect score. So this is probably possible. Alright, here we go. Did I have this sound running in the background the whole time? Did you hear double sound? You should have said something. Guys, I told you, I don't have an earpiece in. Queen Diamond 3, Dorga Gold 2, level 50. Yeah, Dorga makes your life a lot easier in some of these encounters. Runner Clue, Grammar Gold, Surf Nixie, Aerodel. What are you doing? You're just randomly listing units? Ardasi, Freneric, Max Epic, help. I can't win the legendary. Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't know. Give me a second. So, okay, we can get Ancient Sacred Bond, which is great reward. And now I'm seeing a Diamond Rank 2 Tana, and I'm like, oof. Not gonna be that easy, to be honest. But we can play mages, and yeah, mages are great. As long as we're not talking about the EN team. Just kidding. I didn't hear double sound, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Can't win the legendary. Okay, let's try this. So we can play mages. That means it's relatively easy. We have all of our units in the middle. We have to be kind of careful for Ziyad. His active is pretty strong. So in a perfect world, we want to move all of our units like downwards. Okay, do you have you have Runner Clue? Okay, so with Runner Clue, this should be very possible. Okay, let's see. Who do we got? We can actually take out Tana. Can we take out Tana? Oh, so we could. Okay, we can take out some of these guys with Cerberus. That's an option. The guy in the corner we could take out with Queen Akeshru. That is also an option. Then we need to do something about Tana, to be honest. That's a bit of a problem. There's only so many mages we have here, but there's a lot of water. Some water. Okay, I take that back. It's not a lot of water. There's some water. I think Nixie would be good because we can heal. So now we have 5 mages. Let's see if those are the right mages. You have a Grandma Gold 1. Cerberus, Nixie, Aradel, and Adazi, and so on. Max Epic. Okay. Stop cheating. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. Run attack, Tana, 2 shades will spawn. Oh, is that so? That's a hot tip. That is a hot tip. Okay, what do we do with the middle? There's a ton of guys in the middle. Is Ziyad strong enough to just handle the middle by himself? Oh, we still have a Nixie. I'm feeling kind of confident about this. Kinda. Yeah, let's just see what happens. So we want to start with this move, just so Ziyad is locked. Oh, these guys are toast. Look at them. They have like 500 health and whatnot. This is like nothing. So oof, why is Queen Acacia not strong enough to take out the guy in the corner? Why is Nixie strong enough? What has happened? Oh, Pushkin trade. Nice. Pushkin trade. Okay. Nice. Critted. Okay. You can just take care of that guy. Where is the snake gonna appear? Actually, I don't like this move. Let's get rid of this guy. And then we can just attack here. This should make sense. Now we have a snake. And let's see what happens if we do the special to Tana. Okay, this is kind of good. Wow, Tana is not using her active. That's a crime. Seriously, that is a crime. Why would you not use the active? So, everybody's at full health. Okay, so we won this already? Is that correct? I think we won this already. So we can get another snake. Oh, we have 4 more turns? What? Why would we have 4 more turns? Let's give Adazi something to do. Okay, Adazi might be the biggest problem. What? What? This has never been said before, ever, about this unit. Let's try and get Tana into the darkness so we can do a lot more damage to her. Okay, it would have been nice to kill her. That's okay. Oh, Nixie is weak. There's a chance that Nixie is gonna get one shot by Tana. I hope not. What is Tana? Oh, Tana is just dealing with the snakes. Okay, I have to take everything back. All of the positive things about I said about Tana Mo, that she's gonna like be the biggest problem and all of that stuff, I take that back. Okay, Tana is, I don't know what's happening to Tana. She's like, nah, I'm on vacation. Don't wanna do anything. By the way, speaking of vacation, have I ever told you guys the story about how one of my friends was almost taken into custody at the US border? So we were on our way to Las Vegas, as you do, as you like to do, for a gaming event. The only thing that ever gets me out of the house. And then he's from Austria. His English is not, as we say in Germany, the yellow from the egg. This is a German expression, which means like the best part of the egg, basically. So it's not that great, is what I'm trying to say. And then he's at the border, and there's the border control agent. He's like, so what you here for? And the guy's like, this is in Las Vegas, I'm not kidding. With like a border control agent with like a gun over his shoulder, because everybody has to have a gun because we're in America for whatever reason, because otherwise you cannot be secure. Let's not get into that. And then he says with a straight face, with like smiling on his face, he basically looks like Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece, and he's like, I'm here for vengeance. And the guy looks at him like, what? Can you say that again? He's like, I'm here for vengeance. And the guy's like, wait a second, what? And can you spell that? And then he spells it absolutely perfectly. He's like, Vengeance. Vengeance. And then there's another friend of mine who's like a bigger guy from Vienna, and he's starting to tiptoe on both of his feet, and he's just starting to sweat, standing in line. He's like, officer, if I may, could I please help out? Could I please try and translate what he's trying to say? And the guy's like, no, you wait your turn. And then he's calling over 5 of his colleagues. So there's suddenly 5 people, all with guns, like over their shoulders and whatnot. And then he's like, hey, can you tell the guys why you're here? And he completely nonplussed, didn't get the memo or anything, and he's just like standing there, and he's like, I'm here for vengeance. And then eventually they allow the other guy to show up. And so the word that he was thinking of was vacation, which also starts with a V. So we can give him that, but obviously very different word than vengeance. He was allowed into the country, so if anybody ever says anything bad about US custom agents, you are incorrect. You are incorrect. They are the great. What are you? No! Really? Who was it? What happened? No! Okay, let's do this one more time. Ziyad, was it? Did Ziyad take damage? When did he take half a point of damage? Oh my god. Alright, let's try this one more time. Let's see how reliable this strategy is. So, we were going here, we were going there. We get all the crits apparently. And Nixie's 3 against Tana? What is that gonna do? I don't see it. So let's do this again. Okay. Again, I just lost all my respect against Tana in this little run. Another crit would be nice. Let's see. Is Tana... Oh, Ziyad. Oh, here's Ziyad taking some damage here. Okay. I think I missed this. Or, I don't know. Did I miss this? No idea what happened here. You Vine the Palace Guard. I remember that play. And then we could theoretically heal Ziyad. Okay. And then we can do some damage dealing with Ziyad. Get another snake. That's nice. I'm just gonna continue to ignore Tanamo. Let's see. Do I want to get rid of the other guy? I think I don't have to. I'm just gonna torture Tana some more. Let's see. Okay, now Runner Clue's also damaged, but that's okay. Okay, I think all of my units are 100% health again, so that's the good news. We can continue to give Adasi something to do. We could get rid of him. Do we want to get rid of him? Not sure. You can move here because then you bind yourself. You heal yourself. Heal is the word. Oh, I think we can get rid of Tana now. So let's do a sidestep. Oh, we can get rid of Adazi now. Is everybody at 100%? No, we cannot get rid of everybody yet. Okay, so let's try and get rid of Tana. Nice. And then let's not try and get rid of Adazi because I want to play it safe. This is not going to happen one more time. Okay, let's double check. So you are at 100% health. Nice. You are at 100% health. Yes. You have never been hit. And I think everybody's fine. So now we can finally get the perfect victory. Yay. Okay. Wow. That was rough. The first time around. And this was even without Grandma Bones. I think this is probably easier with Grandma, to be honest, because suddenly you also get more summons. Actually, I think you don't need Grandma. This looks like relatively easy. You were too busy with your vengeance against Adazi. That's true, yeah. I didn't see it happen. Don't underestimate Adazi, aka best unit in the game, period. Last game, Ziyad took 88 damage from a horse archer. Okay, thanks. I think he just has like that much health. I should have screenshotted the previous score that I had. Here, this is how good Adazi is. This, okay? By the way, just a quick reminder, they are sorted by faction. Interesting, the button didn't change the first time around. Okay, they are sorted by power, okay? So, this is a lot of power. 625k. This is Adazi, okay? It's not a lot of power. It's not a good unit. Not a good unit. Alright, guys. You know the drill. We're doing a little prize drawing. If you want to participate in the prize drawing, just throw your hands up in the air and wave them like you just don't care. No, just throw something in the chat, please. And then I can enter you here. So I'm just going to enter the last couple of people that posted something in the chat. So we got the following, as always. We got the random dude, we got Monster Mash, we got Ahmed. We got Dorado reporting for duty. Borsalino's here. Oh, also, do me and Kyle, or do Kyle a favor. No, not me actually. And don't do any favors for me. Let us know what level you like the most, please. Okay? Let's tell us why, and please tell us why. Yes, I know, legendary encounter because it has the best reward. Yeah, cool. We were trying to learn something about level design here, guys. Okay? If there's a level that you really liked, let us know, because then we can do something about it. So, bad behavior, I'm gonna misspell your name, because that's what you did. Bad behavior. Okay, here we go. If you want to come up with a different name that sounds really cool and can be confused easily, I would suggest Vengeance. So, that... who else do we got? We got Borun here. And... is that it? Oh, the bro. Is that it? Monster Mash, random dudes, the following. SR is here. Do I have everybody? Gotta head out, thanks for the stream. Anytime. Thank you. Okay, so Kyle is not here. Kyle was tagging out just before we do the token thing. That's okay. Was a bit tricky. Epic one. I quite liked all the epic encounters. Like almost all of them I had like a 2-minute video where I really had to like go back and forth and heal a little bit and everything. No use adding monster unless he gets 5 entries. I think that's against the rules. We obviously want to spin the wheel of names because it's the most fun ever. Alright, anybody else? If anybody else is hanging out in the chat but hasn't posted anything so far, please do so now. Otherwise, I cannot enter you into the prize drawing. That's the rules of the game, okay? Pretty easy. Just have to post something and you can get 10 summoning tokens. Woo! Okay. In the meantime, let me... because Kyle is gone. Because Kyle is gone, in the meantime, you get like 5 more minutes to post something in the chat. So I'm going to show you guys something, because obviously I cannot let this go. Obviously. This right here is the PvP performance table. Okay? So, this is a showcase of my absolute obsession with this game. If anybody had like any doubts about this, this is what I did. I was recording all of my matches over, I don't know, 20 seasons. It starts with 160 and it goes, obviously I'm only recording every other season, I'm going to explain that in a second. And it goes from 160 till season 195, which has been a while ago, granted, it has been a while ago, but this is a pretty good sample size, okay? Let's agree on that. This is a pretty good sample size. So, what I did, we're just going to start, I don't know, at 175, okay? You can see, when I played, you can see how many gem refreshes I took until I was playing against somebody. And then eventually, a little bit later in, I was also recording my own standing. So in later seasons, I was like, this for example means I was second, this guy was second, I was 35th, for example, okay? So, the way the arena system works, the point system in arena. Obviously, there's one person that knows a lot more about this, which is Trenton VX, as we all know, after we read the troll comments by him on the chat. The way the arena system works is like, the bigger the gap is between your opponent's points and your points, the more points you can get. Now, in theory, that means that you should always be like in place 400 and then play against the first. But in like the real world, you can only play against somebody who is up to 50 places higher than you. Yes, sometimes you're in 70th place and you can play against the first. This happens every once in a blue moon. But for the most part, it's only realistic if you're like 40th to 50th place, and then you can actually play against the first. So, if you do that, for example, you wait a little bit at the start of the season, like 7 minutes in the season, you're on 38th place, you re-roll only 43 times because you have nothing else to do to spend your gems on. I'm such an idiot, by the way. You can play against the 8th placed opponent, for example, and then you get 104 points. And then you fall down again, 9 minutes in season, you wait a little bit, and you're 31st, and you can play against the second. You only have to go for 17 gem refreshes. And if you keep doing this over the course of the season for 700 gem refreshes, because again, I'm an idiot, you will get max points all the time. Here, I'm playing against the first, I'm playing against the first, I'm playing against the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. Okay? And if you keep doing this over the course of the season, because you're absolutely obsessing about this game, you will get a lot of points. Now, a lot of points is a very relative term. So let's look at this. Here, after the first 30 games, I had... You cannot see this. Let me change this a little bit. After the first 30 games, I had 2,668 points. Sounds pretty good. I don't know. Might be good. Who knows? Next season, 30 games. After the first 30 games, I had 2,656 points. So there's a gap of 12 points. So in this season, I was a lot better with my re-rolling and whatnot. So I had 12 points more than before. Whoa. Next season, 189. We're going to 31st place. And I have 2,637 points. Wow, what a fluctuation. We're going between 37, 56, and 68. So as you can see, there's like a lot of variance how many points you can get. So obviously, this proves to us that if you're doing a really good job re-rolling opponents, you might end up with like really high points at the end of the season. Well, it turns out that's not the case. And I'm going to prove that to you. Because if we just go a little bit higher down the list and we end up with 90 games played, I got 3,955. And then we do the same in this season, 90 games played. And then after 90 games played, I have 3,947. So this initial gap that was like almost 12 points or something, has now been reduced to just 8 points. And then we can go to the next season and I can do the same thing. And what I'm trying to show you with oh so many words is that here I had 3,951, 3,947, 3,955. So even though there might have been a gigantic gap, 20 points, which is a gigantic gap in Arena, at the start of the season, if you play 50 more matches, the gap is gonna be very, very small. And this gets worse, or better, depending on the way you're looking at this. The season is always gonna last with 148 matches. This is how many matches you can play in a season, 148. And at the very end, because of the way that the system works, you get more points if there's a larger distance between you and your opponent. You will almost always, if you completely optimized everything, end up with roughly 4,320 points. Sometimes you have a little bit more, or sometimes you have a little bit less. 4,312, 4,308. Sometimes I end the season with 2 more tickets remaining. So I could have gotten 8 more points, then I would have had 4,316. This season I ended with 4,313. Who knows, maybe I ended with 1 more ticket. Yay, so I could have finished with 4,317. And so on and so on and so on. So, if you're playing this game like an idiot and you spend 400 to 700 to 800 gems per season in Arena, and you're always trying to play against the first and maximize points. And by the way, if this is not clear by now, obviously I compared every season. So like in this season I'm like, oh, where was I after 10 matches? Okay, I had so and so many points. How many points did I have last season? Oh, I have to do better. Then I'm optimizing more. I'm spending more gems. I was optimizing the S out of everything, okay? I know how many points you can get in Arena. Trust me. Yeah? If you don't want to trust me, I have only won it like 25 times or whatever. I know this crap. If you want to get these points, as you can see here towards the end, you only get like 5 points all the time, and then eventually you only get 4 points all the time. Basically finished in first because somebody from the other guild was cheating. He was winning the last season and he was winning the season again. Ooh, what an idiot. Do you know why this says what an idiot? Because this is impossible. It is not possible to win back-to-back in Arena, because if you want to get these scores, 4,315 or more, you have to start the season with 15 tickets. If you want to finish with these scores, you have to invest almost all of your tickets. Because the gap between one end of Arena season and the start of the next Arena season is only 1.5 hours. If you have 0 tickets at the end of the season, you start the new season with 1 ticket. So we had this player who finished in 10th place 3 seasons in a row. Kind of shady, but it's possible. We know that for a fact because we have somebody in the guild that optimized everything, and he ended up with that score. He could finish back-to-back 5 times, but he finished 1 time in 10th place. If you do that, and you're a really good player, and you optimize a lot, you end the season with roughly 10 tickets. Let's say it's 11. Okay, 11 tickets, great. There's a 1 hour gap, you start the new season. And then after you start the new season, like I said, you have 12 tickets. So you're only missing 3 tickets at the end. But 3 tickets is 12 points. And the player finished the season with 4,326 points. Which is a score that I have never reached. And I tried this a lot. A lot. If you finish in 10th and you're starting the new season with less than 15 tickets and you set a new points record, you are cheating. As far as I'm concerned. Yes, there's some people who are like, no, you're wrong, he did this and this, he was just so much better at optimizing than you, Ollie. Okay, cool, sure. Show me your Excel sheet, please. I want to see it. Because I only have tracked 20 seasons. There is absolutely no way that this person has not been cheating as far as I'm concerned. Okay, this is my opinion. It's just my opinion. Doesn't mean that Snowbrand is like, oh, Ollie said it, we're gonna get rid of this guy. This is not how it works, okay? They look into the stats and everything, and they check how many times he played, what points he got, and whatnot. They look at the logs. The guy has been suspended. He cannot play anymore. So this was looking shady as shit, and now he's gone. Okay? Don't blame me. I didn't suspend him. I'm only the guy that explaining to you guys that it's not possible what he did. And if you disagree, okay, let's hear it from you. Give me like a real case, please. Nobody has so far told me, this is why you're wrong. This is like, oh no, I don't believe he was cheating. Okay, cool. Do you have any arguments? Like any facts or anything? Alright, so that's the Arena point system in a very large nutshell with a lot of explanation. I don't like the Arena point system, by the way. I'm not a fan of this. I don't like that I can spend 400 gems and I'm ending up with the exact same points as if I'm spending like 800 gems or something like that. Yeah, so it's not like I'm defending the system. I'm just telling you how the system works. I would like, and I've made suggestions how to improve the point system, and I think some of my suggestions are pretty good. But it's hard to change this, and it's not gonna get changed. All right. Right. No use adding monster unless you get 5 entries. I'm still laughing about that. Oh my god, the commitment. Yes, I was pretty go. Here we go. Yeah, I know. I could not let this go. I'm sorry. But Ripley is here, so Ripley can get entered. I don't like that somebody's like, oh, you. I'm mad that this guy beat me. I'm excited if somebody wants to play arena and beat me. I don't mind. I welcome all the competition because honestly, I don't feel like I have to prove anything at this point. If you're like, oh, I'm the second most successful arena player in this game, and the other person that has more trophies than me in arena has been playing for 1.5 years longer than me, so it's kind of hard to beat them. But maybe, who knows, maybe I'm gonna get crazy and I'm gonna try and be the first to get 100k arena tokens, who knows. Oh wow, you, Jesus. Jaden, hello Soulworry. Hey, hi Jaden, you wanna do a prize drawing? Less talking, more drawing. Yes. Okay, Force is not on the list. I was just waiting for more people to show up. Okay, I beat you once. Did you? Oh, I overslept. Yeah, but like that's on me. I beat myself at Force and Jaden. I did. I beat myself. The hardest opponent in arena, by the way, if anybody wants to know, is Pankok. I mean, he's not playing the game anymore, but Pankok was the absolute, like, Pankok would laugh about me. He's like, what, you're complaining about spending 400 gems in one season? Pankok can reroll one opponent 100 times and he's not gonna bat an eye. He's like, yeah, I don't care, I want to win arena. Pankok is the real crazy person, okay? If you thought I was crazy, you haven't seen Pankok yet. Pankok was the hardest opponent in arena as far as I'm concerned. And then after Pankok, the next most obsessed person is me. Okay, I take that with pride. Alright, do we good? Are we good? If Force wins by beating Monster Mash, you are dead soul for it. What? What? No. Alright. Oh, because he was just entered. I see. Alright, I think you guys are all ready. You've listened to me for long enough. So I'm just looking for my sound effect. I don't hear my sound effect, but I hope this gives you guys some sort of pleasure. So, oh no, I only have so many fingers. Here we go, and it is Jaden. Woo! Almost last in, first out. Not quite, but very close. Also, Force is second to last. Congratulations. Did I just kill my sound effect? I guess so. Congratulations. Please send Kyle a message. So, go to the official Discord, please. And then on the Discord, you can send Kyle a message. It's easiest to find if you go to the official announcements channel. And I'm also going to send him a message. But I'm not going to do that now. Very often, I just do this live on the stream. Today, I'm not going to do that because the last few messages I've exchanged with Kyle have not been super pleasant. Because he wasn't happy that I was breaking down all of the cheating stuff. So he's gonna be super happy when he catches the end of the stream today. Say it with me, the wheel is rigged. No, it's not. It's not. Let's remove Jaden and let's just see, like, I'm 100% sure that the next spin is gonna be Monster Mash. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Monster Mash. No, it's bad behavior. Okay. I should have done this before. Sorry, we're just doing this for fun. We're just trying to find out how many times it takes until Monster Mash wins. There! Again! Just like yesterday. Just 2 more spins. And Monster Mash is winning. Also, this time, it was a tie. Quite honestly, if the wheel had selected Ahmed, I would have said, okay, this is super shady. Because the last time this happened, Monster Mash was on the right side and it was giving it to the left, the person on the left. But as we can all see, the wheel is super fair. Monster Mash was selected after just 2 more tries, so everything is fine. It's okay, me and following in between, so Monster should be in peace. It's true. Alright, we tracked the spins on a spreadsheet. I didn't, but that would be very fun. It would be very fun and much appreciated. Alright guys, that's already it for today's stream. It is 12 AM. How did this happen? Every time this happens to me. We should at this point, we should actually do this, yeah. Although, I still think that the funniest thing we've ever done on the live stream, when it comes to that, was when we had Monster Mash 3 times, one other person on the wheel. We picked it, and it was the other it was the other person. And so that is a pretty clear indication that something is not right with this wheel. I have to say. I still hold onto my theory that Monster Mash was like being mean to a person in kindergarten, and that person was growing up watching every move of Monster Mash, and then eventually he realized that Monster Mash is playing Riven Guard and that I'm doing these live streams, and then that person was like creating this website with the sole intention of making sure that Monster Mash will never win the wheel spin. I still believe that the story has like a lot of potential, but who knows? Who knows? Alright guys, that's already it for today. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I hope it wasn't super boring listening to Arena, how the point system works and everything, but like the last 3 or 4 times when I said this and this person has a score that is impossible to achieve, and I know that the score is impossible to achieve, the person's account survived for another half a week. And it's not because I said so, it's because I know the system and I know what's possible and what is not possible. And it just turns out that whatever happened this week was not possible. Alright. Hope that was enjoyable, like I said. We're gonna play Onslaught at some point, I hope next week. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. If you have any favorite times, let me know in the creators chat, please, on the official Discord. We can actually do a little survey if you want, and I can try and cater to you guys. Yeah, if you want, we can totally do that. So, I'm gonna create a little survey, give you like, I don't know, three options or something, and you can just like click on one of the emojis, and then that's basically our little survey for when we're gonna play the next live stream. Alright, bye bye, good night, or good day, wherever you are. See you very soon.